mames, la mancha. Este fragmentito lo voy a ocupar para el inicio. Ay, Dios. Qué ganas de estar.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person,
Entonces, aparte podemos visitar las lunas.
and you can play it in first
Obviamente
person.
la exploración de las lunas va a ser pues menos gratificante que explorar un planeta como ese, verga,
We
güey.
love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in.
No mames.
You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon
Pero ahí te
something
dice que
unexpected.
tanto has explorado. Me mama eso. Una mina abandonada. Ay, mira, está advirtiendo que hay... Ah, qué perro se ve.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up.
Se ve
And
un
you can
perro.
view all
Gente
that
que se queja de que a lo
in
mejor
your
se ve que
data
es muy
menu.
fácil,
This is the
suele
hub
suceder
for
en
everything
estas
you're doing, from your
presentaciones.
skills
Todo
to
está
your ship,
muy
your missions,
manejado. Obviamente
and
no
your
van a
inventory.
morir
We
jugando.
love to pack a ton of
También si
detail
se
in
ponen a ver, por
every
ejemplo, los
object,
gameplays de
from all of your
Doom
weapons
Eternal,
to space
se veía
suits
claramente que están jugando fácil.
to food. We just obsess
Tú
over the
juegas y
details.
no se ve,
in
no
food.
juegas
We
igual.
obsess over food.
Ni de broma te atacan así de lento.
When you're done exploring, you can walk back or
Porque hay gente
fast
que dice,
travel
es que se ven
to
bien
your
toscos.
ship.
Siempre
We
sucede,
have
no
companions
sean
and crew you
güeyes,
can take with
siempre
you.
sucede.
I
God of
left
War, cuando
Vasco
presentó
here
su
back at my
gameplay, se
ship.
veía igual.
Welcome back, Captain
Porque
Howard.
están
And he can
manipulados
even
los
say your
gameplays.
name. Let's head out.
Puede que sea así de tosco también, pero es que siempre se van a ver así.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration.
to evoke the romance of the golden age of
Igual
early
pues
space
esto
time.
de
And we've
Fallout
referred to this
también.
approach as NASA
Voy a hacer
punk.
que me diga
This means a design
bebé.
language where the tech is advanced, yet
Welcome
still
back,
looks grounded
baby.
and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast.
Captain
That's where the visual
Baby.
interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then punk, which is all about
NASA
style.
Punk, el estilo que...
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home
Bueno, el nombre
for
que le
you
dieron al
and your
estilo que
crew.
maneja el
And like
juego.
many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi,
Sí, claro.
where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Qué feo.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
Creo que podemos confirmar que no vamos a poder ser
This
una
is
especie
your star map.
alienígena,
It
pero sí
starts
podemos
with the
interactuar
planet
con
you're
especies
currently on.
alienígenas
You can see
inteligentes.
all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
La
Backing
tripulación,
out
puedes tener
further,
tripulación.
You can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you
Puedes
can see
colonizar un
planets
planeta
that
para
have key
vivir.
locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but
Oh.
resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years
Me mama
away.
el efecto de gravedad
This
que tiene el
uses your
sol.
ship's
Un pequeño cortecito. Qué perro se ve.
Welcome to UC Space.
Nuevo
Maintain your
Atlantis.
current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
A ver cómo se ven los altos.
Scan complete.
Igual
You
que
are
el
cleared
trailer.
for landing at New Atlantis.
No mames.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Productora.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full
Nice.
of real
Entonces, como la
characters
ciudad
that are going about their day-to-day
central, ¿no?
lives.
It's paralyzed if you
Porque
really
es como
stop
que
and
la
think
que le
about
han
it.
dado mucho protagonismo.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Qué perro se ve, no mames.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barry.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space.
Verga.
The people who live here
Este
value
fácil también
law,
dura
discipline,
años,
and the legacy
como
of
Skyrim.
humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis
Se
isn't
parece al
the
logo de
only city
Tango.
within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Ay, cabrón.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems.
Ah, de hecho sí me acuerdo que habían dicho que puedes explorar la Tierra.
This is
lo que fue la
Freestar
Tierra.
Collective Space.
Y este es Marte.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
¿Despertaste?
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Sí, era para que
Neon
viera
started
este
out
puerto.
as a fishing platform, but is now
Pero no te
known
puedes-
throughout
puedes
the
hacer un
settled
corte ahí.
systems as a pleasure city, where almost
Sí, sigue
anything
grabando la
goes.
cámara, no.
If
es
you've
que
got
son 2 horas, no
morality
sé si
issues,
tenía
this
espacio para
definitely
2 horas.
isn't the job for you.
Tócalo.
Ryujin is
Solo
hiring
falta
the
que no.
best and brightest of today for our
Sí.
future tomorrow.
Ay, qué bueno.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by
Está bien perro
Neon.
el Starfield.
Try
no
not to get
mames.
yourself killed, all right?
Mira. Ah, de hecho habían dicho que iba a haber como una
Outside the
parte que
bounds
hacía
of
referencia a
civilized
Breaking
space,
Bad.
there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these
Man, es que
areas
está
are
bien
also
perro.
home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the
Está mostrando
renown.
las distintas facciones que hay.
They
A
think
las que te vas a
the
poder unir.
galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always
La
has.
Ninja Roja.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
¡Huevo!
So, ready to
El
get
universo
out
no es de nadie, es de quien lo conquista.
Throughout the
A ver,
galaxy,
playita y
there are
todo.
so many things to see and stories to
Supongo que va a haber
experience.
planetas en los que vamos a poder tener nuestro...
But the most important story
No vamos a
is the
poder
one that you tell.
quitarnos el traje y hay
I'm the
planetas
type of
en los
person
que
who
sí.
spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Pues sí, es que es un juego del espacio, o sea, tiene que haber un chingo de razas.
Come on, come on.
O sea, no
Okay,
solo humanas,
take it
sino
easy.
pues alienígenas, que
You
por
were
cierto
out
no he
cold.
visto ninguno. ¿O sí?
No physical
No, sí, sí
damage.
salieron.
Mentally, the jury's still out.
¿Sí, no?
You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee
¿Hace el
records.
inicio?
You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there
empieza la
can be as
personalización.
detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had.
Se van
We
a
let the
hacer
player
unas
get as
madres
close
bien
as possible
deformes.
to make whatever they want.
Ya estoy
With
viendo las
the
mamadas que
various
van a hacer.
facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to
Yo voy a
use.
ser Porfirio Díaz.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you
Nah.
want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
No mames.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew
Había visto
still
que
has a betting
en
pool
el,
about
hace
which
un año creo,
restaurant
habían
critic
presentado
must
que hasta
have
se podía
crossed
cambiar
to
la
wind
forma
up
de
here.
caminar.
What's great about backgrounds
Sims?
is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track
Que a mí
down
me
a
va a
monster.
personalizar, me voy a quedar como 2 horas ahí
Probably should stick to
personalizando mi persona.
professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
Órale, ahí puedes personalizar también el...
Breathing the same air. I've got to have every
ese güey.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
No a mí, sino que comentó que no metan su pinche inclusión forzada, güey. Los juegos de Bethesda puedes coger con hombres, mujeres, alienígenas, robots.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Dude, es sello de Bethesda. No te lo etiquetan como pansexual o bisexual. No, tú cógete lo que quieras. Es la magia de Bethesda.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Perros. Un pulpo.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
Cuando veíamos un video de subir el brillo es que
with our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like Suzuna's sociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Órale.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
No mames. No mames.
That one's a lot of fun.
¡Qué perro! Es como el special de Fallout.
I'm very much a stealth player. So,
no mames.
I'm out there pickpocketing everyone.
Puede ser One
Punch. Favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
No,
fine. I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
El sigilo en esta misión es opcional. A chingar a su madre el sigilo. Básicamente.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Eso sí, no me quitaron la duda si va a haber vehículos
to strike a
para
balance
explorar los
between fun
planetas, como
and realism.
carro.
We study data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel
Bueno, todavía no se acaba.
believable.
Pues si se pueden montar las criaturas
From the
también.
way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Híjole, perdón, me vas a tener... Me vas a extrañar un mes porque voy a estar un mes encerrado con esta madre.
Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city,
Híjole, no sé si para septiembre alcanzo. Yo creo que sí. Termino Persona 5, termino Breath of the Wild y Tears of the Kingdom. Ya para iniciarme, cabrón, al Starfield. Si no, juego Starfield y Tears of the Kingdom al mismo tiempo. Persona 5 creo que ya no me queda mucho. No te creas.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship.
Como la
Your
mitad me
ship is
queda.
almost like having another character.
Las naves, me mama eso,
you
me
can make
mama
all
eso.
your own. I think you'll be blown away by
Es que
the
verga,
amount of stuff you can do.
hay tanto que hacer.
You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Es que se puede hacer un chico, puedes llegar a un planeta, colonizarlo, tener tu estación, construirla. Puedes personalizar tu nave, meterle más chingadera, hacerle un diseño chingón, bonito, personalizar tu personaje, tener relaciones, visitar planetas.
Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you
Y lo
have two
peor
ways
es que, o
to
sea,
do
puedes
that.
andar libre por tu nave.
You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout.
Pero que
Adding a
aparte,
new habitat
las
module
piezas
can
que ya
give you
tienes
more
las
room for
puedes
crew.
mejorar, no
Adding
necesariamente cambiar,
Cowling can
sino
change your
mejorar.
ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Para mejorar tus armas, para craftear.
Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
Con tu
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Por favor, que saquen un pito.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Conociéndolo, ni hace falta
Some of the
que
members of
saquen.
Constellation
Van a
can
ser
join you on your journey.
toda
These
la
companions
comunidad.
can serve on your
Viendo
crew,
lo que hicieron con
and
Zelda,
they'll always be there
aquí
when
van a
you
ser
travel.
10.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships
Esa es la
and
tripulación.
outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone
Sarah Morgan.
except you.
Ahí están
And if
las
you're looking
habilidades
for a
de
little
cada
extra
uno.
help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
A perro.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a personality.
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
quiero que sea 6 de septiembre.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything.
Y hay
and that is
preorden.
really cool for us as developers.
Vámonos.
Spaceflight.
Vámonos. Pásame la tarjeta de crédito. Voy a comprarme el control, los audífonos, el juego. Todo a la
every
vez.
step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons.
No, el croma,
it's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines
ya
will make your
cállense,
ship
tomen mi
faster.
dinero, chingada madre, me están emocionando más.
Powering up the grav drives will shorten the
Esto es
amount
lo
of
que hace
time it
falta ver.
takes before you can
Ya
make a
habían
jump.
mostrado, pero necesitamos verlo más a fondo. A ver.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Pasado de lanza. Es que todo está tan chingón, lo hicieron muy completo. O sea, no es como que muchas cosas y abarca poco, ¿sabes? Es como que tienen muchos sistemas, pero están muy bien hechos. O sea, los exploraron a fondo. Personalización de a madre. Exploración de mundos, los que quieras. Crafteos, putero. Personalización de naves, a madre, Los combates en el espacio también tienen su propio... Es que cada uno es un gameplay aparte. Mira, hay árboles de habilidades para los combates de naves.
You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Aaron Greenberg, esta vez es la primera vez que hablas con la verdad, hijo de tu puta madre. La primera vez que elevas tanto las expectativas y las cumples, güey. Verga, me daba miedo ilusionarme con esta conferencia, pero no, lo hizo perfecto. Digo, se van a cagar viendo la conferencia de Starfield. Me estoy cagando.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
Es demasiado épico.
In my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Ya empezaron con
Maybe
sus
you'll
putos
dock with a
cohetes.
gigantic battleship, like the UC
Me disculpa, vivo en un lugar donde tiene una tradición de mierda que consiste en aventar cohetes.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come
Aquí me lo voy a
across
tener
to
que rojar
trade,
con la
swap
edición
info,
para que no se escuchen
or
los
maybe even
cohetes.
commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
Ah,
When
qué
I'm
perro.
playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
¡Vivan los sandwiches!
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe.
Es que no dejo de
There are
decirlo.
over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
Podemos cultivar marihuana.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
virga!
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. Not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. Ready to start on your signal.
Los audífonos. Y no, pendejos, no es de la comunidad LGBT, es de Starfield, pendejos. Perdón, es que sí hay gente que ve una combinación de colores y ya creen que es de la comunidad LGBT. No, ellos no patentaron los colores. ¡Qué preciosidad!
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it, and we stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, or and plants to pick up.
1,200 pesitos.
It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
No me salió nada. Creo que voy a dividir los videos en dos. Voy a hacer uno del Starfield Direct y otro de la conferencia de Xbox porque
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find,
tan completo el directo de
harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
Fíjate, yo con mi pendejada, con que muestren un planeta,
you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants. You can build an outpost.
Mi idea era que mostraran, con que mostraran la exploración de un planeta hacia fondo, pero están mostrando
experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors,
sí, hay muchos animales que se parecen, pero
all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmy, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Y aún así tienen mucha más variedad que un puntero de juegos. Tan solo con lo que hemos visto, todavía falta lo que no hemos visto. No dejo de decirlo, está preciosísimo.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam, where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Qué chido.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor.
Las armas, creo que no habían profundizado todavía en las armas.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Esto es algo que he visto que alguien había comentado que quería ver si iba a haber lugares donde hubiera gravedad. Mira, ahí
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
A ver, ¿qué es eso? Me temo que lo que yo esperaba de vehículos creo que no va a haber.
Starfield's got you covered.
Hasta ahorita no han mostrado ni un solo vehículo. Pues bueno, era una duda que tenía. O sea, si iba a haber vehículos. Parece ser que no, más allá de la nave que tenemos. Ni monturas. No sé si va a ser algo que veamos en el juego ya cuando salga, no sé. De momento, parece ser que no. Que también es que no le estoy poniendo mucha atención a veces a lo que dicen en fragmentos por andar viendo y no sé si dijeron algo al respecto.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rockstar photos.
Trabajo maravilloso.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending. Vasco, obviously.
I love the robots so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. That's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Eso se ve chido.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
No podría estar más de acuerdo. Mira, había gente que tenía dudas de si por lo de Redfall iban a retrasar Starfield. No lo retrasaron. ...6 de septiembre nos espera Starfield. Qué hermosura. Ya está la preorden lista. Órale, edición premium. Las ediciones que siempre saca cada juego. Su edición coleccionista. Muy bien, muy bien. Vale, pues fue una conferencia. Superó mis expectativas, definitivamente. Fíjate que siempre tengo el miedo porque Aaron Greenberg es muy hocicón. Siempre dice, esta va a ser la conferencia del año. Quítense los calzones, ahí venimos. No sé qué tanta madre dice. Esta conferencia estuvo igual. Estuvo diciendo lo mismo, pero es en la primera que está tan hocicón que tiene razón. O sea, tuvo toda la razón. Hellblade, Abowet para el siguiente año, eso me encanta. Estoy emocionadísimo de verlos. El nuevo juego de Compulsion Games, el de Inside, fíjate que no tenía tantas ganas de ver lo que Inside iba a presentar y me gustó mucho. El DLC de Flight Simulator, está chido. El DLC también de Sea of Thieves me sorprendió muchísimo. ¿Qué otro juego hubo? Pues Starfield, no mames. Es el juego que se llevó la atención por completo. El nuevo juego de Atlus también se ve muy chingón. Payday 3, pues ya lo habían anunciado, pero vimos más. Forza Motorsport para octubre. No, es que ay, güey. El DLC de Cyberpunk, Persona 5, es que hubo muchos juegos. La verdad es que esta es la conferencia que valió la pena por completo. O sea, fue la mejor conferencia de las que hubo hasta ahorita. Sinceramente, es que fue maravillosa. Estoy muy emocionado por Hellblade. Es uno de los juegos que más tenía esperando y que saber que va a salir para el próximo año me tiene... O sea, no pudieron dar una fecha más cercana, pero pues ya tenemos 3 de los 4 juegos que van a salir el siguiente año. First parties de Xbox. Estaba el jueguito no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba. Está Abowet y Hellblade. Abowet era de los juegos que... No mames, esa imagen no. Abowet y Hellblade eran de los juegos que tenía muchas expectativas de ver. No vimos como tal... Bueno, vimos gameplay, sí, vimos gameplay. No vimos una fecha, pero yo diría, como no los anunciaron para la primera mitad, creo que van a salir en los últimos meses. En los últimos 6 meses. O sea, a lo mejor Hellblade sale como en julio, agosto, septiembre. Y Abowet pues en octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Quizás. El otro sí se ve que... De hecho no me acuerdo si dieron fecha. Y parece ser que vamos a tener otro anuncio sorpresa para 2024. A lo mejor al estilo Hi-Fi Rush. Quién sabe. Tengo mucha expectativa de ver más de estos juegos, la verdad. El de Compulsion Games, no mames. Soul of the Midnight, la verdad. Se ve muy chingón. Me encanta el estilo artístico que tiene. ¿Hubo ausencias? Sí, pero no creo que... la verdad no creo que hayan hecho falta. Hicieron una conferencia muy completa, tanto en anuncios first parties, en anuncios para el siguiente año y third party. Como digo, esta mala práctica que tienen todos de no anunciar si es un juego multiplataforma o si es un juego meramente exclusivo. Lamentablemente pues nos toca investigar aparte, a ver si PlayStation también hace una publicación al estilo como Xbox de estos juegos también van a salir para Play. No tanto burlesca, sino que decir, pues mira, no se anunció ahí, aquí sí lo anunciamos, ¿sabes? Las ausencias que hubo, pues State of Decay 3 sí me lo esperaba, la verdad. Esperaba que no fuese a presentarse porque se anunció en un punto muy temprano de su desarrollo. Everwild, mira, mientras se lo guarden para presentar algo sólido, yo, perfecto. ¿Qué otro videojuego hubo? Indiana Jones. Pues si no tienen de momento ahorita algo por presentar, pues nos podemos esperar. A lo mejor incluso... ¡Ay! Otro de los juegos, Perfect Dark. Tiene ya un rato sin presentarse. A lo mejor lo vemos en los Game Awards, porque fue presentado primeramente en los Game Awards. A lo mejor siguen otra vez este año. Lo presentan en los Game Awards. El juego de Hideo Kojima, Overdose se llama. Pues igual a ver si lo vemos para la conferencia de los Game Awards. No lo sé. No sé si vayan a presentar algo en la Gamescom o en el FanFest. Puede que alguna que otra sorpresilla. O incluso en el evento de enero de 2024. De momento creo que... no, es que de verdad es la conferencia que nos venían... con la que nos venían ilusionando desde 2020. Que no eran malas conferencias, pero es que Aaron Greenberg es muy hablador. Dice mucho y cumple a veces un poco, porque dice que es la mayor conferencia de la historia, que van a presentar un chingo de juegos. Está bien, pero no es la gran cosa. En esta ocasión creo que habló con toda la razón. Fue una conferencia enorme. Creo que esto ya compensa todas las carencias que tuvimos en las otras conferencias, tanto de la ¿cómo se llama? Summer Game Fest, como de cierta otra conferencia que no vamos a mencionar, que quizás una estuvo aburrida, otra estuvo bien, pero sin ser la gran cosa. Bueno, pues tratándose que en estas fechas es cuando se anuncian las cosas más grandes que se vienen, pues sí es un poco decepcionante ver que quizás no hay tanto por delante, ¿no? Incluso que ha habido algunos tropiezos, ya hace falta ver algo que nos haga recuperar un poco la esperanza en esta nueva generación. Bueno, pues por mi parte eso fue todo. Voy a estar subiendo las video reacciones cortadas en el canal para que no se tengan que tragar un video de 1 hora y media, creo que duró esto, 2 horas. Me va a tocar editarlo para subirlo al canal lo más pronto posible. Y nos vemos en próximos videos. Hasta la próxima.